Hey guys, I'm Dahlia and welcome back to It's Raining Flour. So today we are going to bake with one of my favorite ingredients. I don't know if you can guess, it's in season and it's just so good. They are cranberries. Cranberries are literally one of my favorite things to bake with, and around the fall time I love that they're back in season and I could just bake so many things with them. So today I am going to teach you how to make a cranberry loaf cake. This cake is really super tasty. The tartness of the cranberries goes so well with the sweetness of the cake. So I'm really excited to share it with you, and let me take you over all the ingredients so we can get started. You'll need some sugar, then some extra sugar to dust the pan with, some butter, salt, eggs, baking powder, and some sour cream. You'll also need an orange with a microplane zester. It looks just like this. Then of course the fresh cranberries, flour, confectioner sugar, and orange juice. And those are all the things that you'll need, so now let's get started. Okay guys, so the first step is to prepare the pan. So I have here a 9 by 5 inch loaf pan, and I'm going to grease it first with some non-stick baking spray. Then we're going to sprinkle in the 2 tablespoons of sugar that we set aside. And then you just want to shake it around your pan so that it coats all the sides and the bottom of your pan. And then you can remove any excess that remains. So now what you want to do is take about 8 to 10 cranberries and then position them at the bottom of the pan. And make sure they're all evenly spread out. Now we're going to set this loaf pan aside and begin working on the batter. Just as I put that pan down, all the cranberries rolled. So really, when you're ready to put your batter on top, rearrange the cranberries on the bottom of the pan so that they're all nicely spread out. So first off, into our bowl of a stand mixer fitted with a whisk attachment, we're going to cream together some butter and sugar. That's usually always how you start a cake when you do the creaming method. You always start with butter, sugar, then you add in the eggs, and then you add in the rest of the ingredients. So we're following the same method here. So we're going to just pour that in. And now we're going to whip this up on about medium speed for 5 minutes. Okay, so now that this is all creamed together, just scrape down the sides of the bowl. And then we're going to add in the eggs one at a time, mixing on about medium-low speed in between each addition. Now that the eggs are added, it's time to add in the orange juice and the orange zest. So just take your orange and your zester and just zest it. And you want to make sure not to get much of the white area in because that won't taste very good. So just go all around and try to zest your entire orange. So once you finish zesting the orange, we're going to cut it open and then just squeeze the orange juice inside of the bowl. So I'm going to do this over another bowl and then I'll just pour it inside. And this should make about 1/4 cup of orange juice. And I mean, if you don't have fresh orange, you could totally use regular orange juice, store-bought, and then just not put the zest in if you really don't have an orange. So I just poured the orange juice into the batter, and then we're going to add in the sour cream. So now just mix this for a minute or two until everything is combined. So meanwhile, we're going to sift together the flour, baking soda, and salt. And remember, it's always very important to sift all your dry ingredients so there are no lumps. It really does make a big difference in your cake. See, look at that. There's lumps in here, and now you just use your fingers to break them up, and they'll go right through. So now just give this a quick mix together just to incorporate everything. And now we're going to add it into our batter. And then we're going to have a delicious batter soon. So we're going to turn this on low and slowly add it in. So once everything is mixed together, you want to remove the bowl from the mixer and just scrape down the attachment. Give everything a quick fold through to make sure it's combined. And at this point, once you add in flour, you really don't want to overmix the cake because then it could become tough and way too dense. So that's the trick to the perfect cake. Don't overmix it after adding in the eggs, but specifically after adding in the flour, you really don't want to. So now we're going to mix in the cranberries and just fold it in. So I've got my loaf pan, and just make sure that the cranberries are spread out evenly. So now it's time to add in the batter. Okay, so I'm gonna bang this down on the table. So I've decided to place a few more cranberries on the top of the cake just so that you can see it once the cake is baked. So I'm gonna put them on and just push them down a bit. So the cake is all ready to go into the oven. I'm going to bake this at 350 degrees for about 50 minutes, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's done, and we'll make a glaze to go on top. Okay guys, so the cake is all ready. I took it out of the oven and allowed it to cool for about an hour. So now it's time to make the drizzle. So I'm going to take the orange juice and just pour it right on top of the confectioner sugar. Then we're going to whisk this for a few seconds or a few minutes until it comes together and looks like a drizzle. So the drizzle's all ready, and now it's time to put it onto the cake. So I'm just going to take my whisk and just drizzle it over the top. Guys, look at this. It was so easy to make, and it looks so delicious. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. You can find the full recipe on my website, trainingflour.com. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos every week. And I'll see you next time. Bye!